guys. Okay, I'm going to give this just a second. Let's see, am I tagging all these people? Absolutely, I'm tagging. These are my people. All right, we'll get started in just a second. I have a house full of friends, and oh my gosh, you're going to have to hear from them. Bring Lori on camera. No, Lori, I'm not bringing you on that way. All right, guys, give us just a second. Here's what I want you to do. I don't know that I can necessarily share from here, so invite your friends. We're going to talk to you guys a little bit. Look at all these women. Do you realize what they do all day long? They're like on their phones. Look at them. That's what they do. Okay, no, so I have to tell you, hey, Bree, you're so sweet. Okay, so I have to tell you guys, I woke up this morning and some of the girls came in last night, and we were just kind of sitting around talking, and what came to my mind was where we were 4 years ago and where we are now. And the funny thing is that, and just so you know, these ladies that you're going to hear from in just a second, they're friends from all different walks of my life. Some of them I have known, more as an adult, high school, elementary school friend, or small town, grew up together, college sorority sisters. But basically, we were all in a completely different place 4 years ago. And today, we're in very similar places, and just so happens tonight that we're all together, so we're super excited about it. So what we're going to talk about is where we were 4 years ago. So 4 years ago, I was literally on fire, exactly 4 years ago tonight, about the Thrive experience. It had already rocked my world. I was about 6 to 7 weeks into my Thrive experience. You guys have heard me say before Thrive, I was just tired, exhausted mama who was desperate to feel better, but I felt alive again. And you know what? I had friends and family that were feeling alive again too, and we were rocking and rolling. I had just earned my auto bonus with Le-vel and had traded in that used Chevy Suburban for a used Cadillac Escalade. The company allows you to get a luxury vehicle up to 5 years old, and they give you $800 a month to pay for it. So I actually bought a 2011 Cadillac Escalade, and the company paid me $800 a month to drive it. I was super stoked that we no longer had a car payment, and I had no idea that a Cadillac was, I had no idea that it was that much sweeter. Plus, I have to say, when someone else is making your car payment, it's sweeter no matter what it is, right? So, but we were just on fire. I just hit 40K with the company. I was closing in on sealing the deal to qualify for my very first lifestyle getaway, which was going to be in Vegas the following February. And I was so excited for Christmas because I remember before I started Thrive, we were completely stressing. I was stressing. My husband doesn't stress. But I was stressing over how in the world we were going to do Christmas for our kids that year. I mean, I'm a speech pathologist, so literally I was trying to figure out, how many more patients I could treat, or maybe if I could work on Saturday or Sunday, that would pull in some extra Christmas cash. I mean, that's where I was before Thrive. But when Thrive did for me what it did, and I started sharing with other people and just got so stinking excited about it, by this time, 4 years ago, I'd already earned my initial bonuses, and Christmas was covered. It was paid for, and not one penny was spent out of our regular family budget. My husband was a production superintendent for Devon Energy at the time. I was a speech pathologist. Not any of our Christmas came from our regular family budget, thank God, but it all came from Le-vel commissions and bonuses. So I was so stinking excited, and you guys that were following me back then, that have stuck with me all this time, you've stuck with all this craziness and all this Thrive talk, you saw my excitement. But I had friends that were joining me, and we were just on top of the world. Obviously, my excitement hasn't failed, but I want you guys to hear from all these other ladies, because some of these girls were super excited about their Thrive, and some of these girls that are my friends were totally making fun of me, blowing me off, and wanted nothing to do. Oh my gosh, look at them. Yes, they were like roasting me. Yes, okay, so I've got to introduce this literally lifelong friend. Like we've literally known each other
over
more than half our life.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go.
Yeah. Hey, so I do have to admit, I have to come clean. I was being the Grinch to my Christmas loving friend. I was not, are you holding up for me? Thank you so much. I was not happy about her thriving. We're going to fix this a little bit. She was irritating me. Really. No, seriously, you guys, December was crazy for me. I'm in the insurance business. It's the open enrollment. That was the craziest time of my professional season. I mean, my family knows that I usually ended up being sick by Christmas every year because it was just a stressful time. So her happiness on Thrive was pretty irritating at the time. So I wasn't in a place to listen. But you guys, I'm so thankful that I kept watching her and that she kept sharing, because she did, even though it irritated me. So keep sharing with your friends. Don't stop, even though they're rude to you, because I'm pretty sure I might have had, I'm pretty sure I wasn't too nice. So anyway, keep sharing with them, because what happened was Christmas came and went. I watched Mauria, and you guys, I was watching the Le-vel fan page blow up. And it was, back then, there was only a couple of thousand likes, a few thousand on that page. You guys, now there's over 1 million, which is amazing. But I knew all the faces, or a lot of the faces that were showing up in those featured stories on that page, because they were friends of friends. Mauria and I have been friends for a long time, so we have common friends, and a lot of my common friends were thriving and loving it. And so I'm like, okay, it's not just Mauria, it's a lot of our common friends are loving this too. So you guys, January 1st came along, and I knew that I was tired, exhausted, sick, not feeling good, and I was ready for a change. And so I called her and I said, hey, if this product's really doing what everyone says it is, I'm ready to try it. I wasn't ready to talk about the business at that time. I was just ready to try Thrive. And you know what? She didn't send me a sample. She let me order a whole month. And that's what I did January 1, and the rest is history. The product worked. And when it did for me, what all of those stories I saw, the same thing was happening for me. I knew I had something very, very special in my hands, and I then had to join her in this journey and share it with everybody, my friends and family too. So don't give up on your friends if they're being Grinches right now. I don't know if I introduced myself. I'm Christy Collins from Saginaw, Texas. You guys, I now, 4 years later, yes, I got my auto bonus too, but more importantly, I've reached the highest rank in the company, and I've been able to walk away from that stressful job. And so literally I'm here enjoying Christmas and celebrating with my friends instead of being stressed out and working my tail off in a job that was just a daily grind, and I hated during this season. And so I'm so thankful. So don't give up on your friends, because they could be like my story. So I'm going to pass it on to the next amazing lady here.
Hi guys, my name is Sheila Fasoni, and this feels really weird. Okay, I can see my friends in the background. 4 years ago, it's so crazy to think that 4 years ago, gosh, I was following the leader. I was being the best copycat I could be. I started in November thriving, trusting Mauria. I was not a hater. I was like, oh, you think this will work for me? Awesome. So I was willing to give it a go. However, I was skeptical. But by December, I was loving that Thrive experience. I was loving my head discomfort being, relieved from that head discomfort. I was feeling energy all day. I was a morning person. My kids were liking me better. My husband was liking me better, especially in the morning, because I was a morning person for the first time in my life once I started Thrive. And by December 15th, I had earned my auto bonus with Le-vel 4 years ago. I didn't run and buy my car right away. However, that extra $300 they were going to give for that car that I was already driving was a huge relief during the month of December. And I was excited. My friends, I'm sure, thought I was crazy because I was sharing on Facebook, I was messaging them, I was reaching out to them, and I still do, because of the life-changing experience I personally had, in addition to Scott and a lot of my other friends. The stories were pouring in by mid-December of 2013. It's crazy. Our friends were, like, oh my gosh, like, what is this? Like, this is amazing. I'm feeling great. And it continues to happen over the last 4 years. I also, in addition to sharing Thrive Experience whenever I could, I was working Monday through Friday at a local elementary school with emotional behavior disorder children. I still was doing that in December. I liked what I was doing, but I really was passionate about the Thrive Experience. So fast forward 4 years, what has happened? First of all, I'm here. We have this time freedom that we hadn't experienced before, where we are able to take time out from our schedules and come visit Miss Mauria Dillard in Texas and see her beautiful home and spend the holidays with our friends, as you can see. So in addition to that, yeah, look at them all. They're making fun of me. Aren't they sweet? So in addition to that, my husband and Scott and I are able to build this full time. It's what we're passionate about. It's what we're meant to do. It's what we're meant to share with all of you and help others be successful, not only with their Thrive Experience, but with their business. And it's become a true passion. We just were able to build our dream home, our forever home, to know that we have this place to be in the rest of our lives. And we are so incredibly thankful. And I'm especially incredibly thankful to my next guest, who I'm going to
Okay, are you hold it?
Either way.
Okay. Hey guys, I need to move. All right. Hi, I'm so excited to share with you guys. I'm Lynn Lear. Yes. And I absolutely love my Thrive Experience, you guys, and I'm so thankful for all these friendships that we have because of it. I didn't know a lot of these girls. I knew Jen, I knew of her. Christy and I went to college together. Mauria and I went to college together, but now we have an amazing friendship all because of Thrive. So let me take you back 4 years ago, well, almost 4 years ago, because I started my experience in January of 2014. So my anniversary is coming up. Guys, I was a tired, exhausted mom. I have 3 girls. At the time, they were kinder, 3rd, and 5th grade. I would have paid $1 million to take a nap every day, but it just did not happen. That was not reality. I was exhausted. I was hoping to find that one thing that would help me feel better and give me energy to keep up with my kids, with the 2-year-olds that I was teaching part-time at preschool, and just I was flat exhausted. So Mauria was sharing about Thrive. I totally trusted her. She was a good college friend and sorority sister. So I reached out to her and said, what's this Thrive thing about? I didn't watch for very long. I only watched her for, I don't know, it was about a month. That's kind of a blur now, but I definitely saw what she was doing. I watched when she earned her auto bonus, but really it was the product. It was not the business that I was interested at all. So I called her up, got the scoop, totally trusted her, and I placed an order right away. And guys, it has absolutely changed my life. I have more energy now. I don't deal with the aches and discomforts that I had before. I don't drink Dr. Pepper anymore. I feel amazing. And I would have been headed back to work. Even though I was a customer, I didn't want to promote. Our youngest was in kinder. I would have been back at work very, very soon. That's why I was teaching preschool part-time. That was my last bit of hope to kind of have some time with my kids. So I fell in love with this product, and I knew that I had people in my life that needed this. It is amazing and it's life-changing. So thank God I am promoting 4 years later, almost. Things are totally different for us. We as well built our dream home in June, and Christmas is not the stress that it used to be. We would totally be running our hamster wheel if it was not for our Thrive Experience. My husband loves his too. Hey, Jason. And it's amazing, you guys. And we could just go on and on forever. But trust your friends. We want this for you. We want everyone to just have this opportunity, feel as amazing as we do. So start your Thrive Experience. And thanks, guys.
Okay. I think this is funny because I was the last one to thrive. but you're not putting me last. That was the last one to say yes. We were talking about this earlier, and 4 years ago at this time, I was a hairdresser working in the salon. You know, it's busy season, so I was working all day and avoiding phone calls from medical debt collectors because we have a big medical debt, so hospitals and doctors were constantly calling, and when they would call, I would instantly go into not a great place. But that Mauria was sharing about Thrive, and hold on, because I'm at the bottom. Okay. Mauria was sharing about Thrive, and you know, we were just acquaintances. We were Facebook friends, but I saw, you know, I kind of watched, but I honestly told myself, hey, I'm just getting older. I'm a busy mom. I have a lot of life situations happening that this is why I feel the way I feel, and I just need to keep working, and I need to pay off these debts, and I'll be better. And what happened was the next couple of months I didn't get better. And so I finally reached back out to Mauria and I said, okay, is there anything to this? What do I have to do? And she's like, girl, it's 3 simple steps. You just got to get it in your body. And I'm so glad that, one, that she said it was simple, because I could not add anything else to my overwhelmed life. So those 3 simple steps, y'all, it truly is. It's 3 steps. Capsule first thing in the morning, 20 minutes later, drink our lifestyle mix, which by the way tastes good, and then you put on that DFT and that's it. And I actually said yes in February, so February 1st will be 4 years. And you know, I'm not dodging those calls anymore. We actually paid that debt off about 6 months after we started this, all because, you know, our goal's always been debt free. So we ran with this. We ran with the fact that you could get this for free. We ran with the fact that you could run after $660 in bonuses just for bringing in $800 in qualified orders, which is only 4 friends thriving with you. So we just ran after that, and honestly now it's all about helping others feel better. You know, like you've heard from these girls, we have time freedom. We have the ability to have options, you know, to run down here and spend time with these girls, these friendships that we've created. It's been amazing, you know, and to be able to be there for my family at the same time when they need me, whatever it is, I'm there. You know, my husband was able to stay home with our oldest today for some family situations, and that's options, you know, that we didn't have before. That's kind of it in a nutshell 4 years ago.
Thank you.
Oh, goodness. Hi. Hi, I'm Susan Kaufman out of Bridgeport, Texas. So I have been thriving for 4 years, but at this time, 4 years ago, I was one of the lucky ones who had just earned the VIP $1,600 bonus. So what that means is that the few people that were starting to thrive with me and myself, we'd hit $1,600 in sales. The reason I tell you this is because we got a $1,320 bonus. And this particular week, that was huge, because for those of you who may not know my backstory, when I started this whole Thrive journey, it was because I was a single mom. And she knew I was a tired, exhausted mom. I was worn out because I was working all day in a very stressful, fun job, but it was a stressful job, and trying to handle 2 kids. And here it is, almost Christmas. Not that my kids were going to go without Christmas, but everybody knows it gets very stressful, and for a single mom, it really gets stressful. So I can tell you that when I started sharing this Thrive experience with people, before I had the product in my hand, I had not even started taking it before I started sharing it with people. And those bonuses coming in right before Christmas absolutely rocked our world. Guys, I started sharing about this whole Thrive thing totally based on Mauria's story. Thank goodness a whole lot of people trusted me and I trusted her, so that's kind of how it all worked out. And they thought if I was starting some new crazy thing, they should start with me. And that worked out really well for us, thank goodness. But and I'll tell you, many people know this, that I secretly prayed a whole lot that this product actually worked, because if it didn't, I was going to look really bad in front of a lot of people. Very thankfully it did. Literally 6 or 7 days before I got my products in, I was already sharing this with people, and it was day 6 before I had the big aha moment about what Thrive was doing for me. No more Dr. Peppers after the 2nd day, sleeping all night, waking up before the alarm clock went off, just feeling a lot of aches and discomforts that weren't there, headaches. You know, everything was just starting to feel better. But that was day 13 when I finally had that aha moment. thankfully, I was already telling people about this whole Thrive thing, because then that bonus came in. And it just, I went from there. I was like, this is crazy. We're going to keep going. So through the month of December, though a lot of my friends were looking at me like I had just lost my mind for doing something new like this, we were able to earn a car bonus. I think it was at the very end of December when we earned a car bonus. Many people know that I worked for a car dealer, though, so that wasn't like a really big deal to me, except it was an extra $300 a month to start chipping away at debt. And so for a single mom, and to start seeing that financial change, and I was feeling so much better, and my kids were noticing, and everybody was starting to notice it about me. We just kept going. There was definitely thoughts in my mind that if it was making me feel this much better, all of my friends and family needed to know about it. And there are still some today that are still just watching me and still wondering if it's going to work. And I can tell you 4 years later, I just celebrated 4 years, I think 2 weeks ago. I still take those 3 simple steps every day. Why? Because it still works. It's absolutely amazing. 4 years later, now I'm no longer a single mom. I'm now married because I got back into the gym, and wouldn't you know, there was a guy in there that... So I can say, if you're single and you start working out, there might be somebody in there. So, just saying. Anyway, here, definitely now get to be a stay-at-home mompreneur. I get to stay at home with my oldest and homeschool him because he has a promising rodeo career, and we need to do that. Just the time freedom, and just being able to just be there for those kids more often and still work my business. So super blessed, because just 2 days ago we signed the agreement on our dream land and home. So yeah, who would have ever thought? Yeah, so I'm very thankful for these last 4 years. That's the story.
All right, which one of you is going next? No, Lori.
Well, I've been part of the Thrive experience now for about 4 years. And but I was the medical professional who wanted nothing to do with this product. When Mauria reached out to me several times, in fact, I would ignore her, I would read her message and not respond. So I literally ordered the product to prove her wrong, because I figured she's never going to stop asking me to try this product. You know, I got the product in, it was super simple to take. But before Thrive, I was this tired, exhausted mom that worked 10-hour shifts. I had a 2-hour commute. I can remember sleeping in parking lots because I was waiting for a few of my 5 children to get out of some type of sport practice. I was exhausted. My job was getting the best of me, and my family was getting the rest of me. So I got the product in. It was super simple to take. As we all know, it's just 2 capsules on an empty stomach, a lifestyle mix 20 to 40 minutes later, and then you put this DFT on your skin, and you're done for the day. So I was out the door at work at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I had a little bit of mental clarity. And you know, Mauria Dillard, being Mauria Dillard, she put me on a 3-way call with Tony and was talking about the Thrive experience. And to be honest, again, I was not interested. In fact, I was a little put out by the whole thing. But day 4, my coworkers at work were like, "Girl, what are you taking?" Because they could see that I just felt a little better, that I had a little more pep in my step, a bigger smile on my face. I just felt better. So I was very intentional about sharing this product when I became a promoter, because I wanted that extra $1,300 to cash in credits. I have 5 kids. It was right at the holidays. My start date was November the 14th. And so I ran for that, got my product for free. That was the key point. I wanted my product for free. And then I got my iPad mini, and literally I told my husband, I'm like, I'm not going to do this anymore. And it was simply because we weren't living paycheck to paycheck, and I just didn't think I needed this. And he's like, "Lori, why not? You're on social media anyway. You're on your phone anyway. Why not share this product? Because all your friends are loving how they're feeling." And so I continued on. At the very last day of December, we hit, as a team, we hit the auto bonus, and that's where you earn a $300 cash bonus, or you earn an extra $800 for one of their luxury cars you can drive. Continue just sharing intentionally through the cracks and crannies of my day, because it's all I had was cracks and crannies. And at the year mark, I was able to step away from my registered nurse job and come home and be a full-time mompreneur and be home with my little boy. But it came into full focus for me about 9 months later. My little boy at age 3 was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. And to say that this was a God thing from the beginning is an understatement for my family, because I can't imagine having to leave him in the care of somebody else. I get to be mom all the time. And if you know anybody that has type 1 with children, they don't get a lot of sleep. So this product has now helps me function through the day. I wake up no matter how much sleep I didn't get at night because diabetes was deemed diabetes. I take my capsules, I follow that same simple regimen, and I can tackle my day and get through my day. And so it's just been a journey of helping other people feel the best that they can possibly feel, helping other people live a life that they deserve. But not only that, but coming in contact with people that I'm surrounded by even tonight that become lifelong friends. These are my sisters, definitely some of my best friends, and you cannot even put a price tag on that. But we've been blessed as a family as well, and we just recently moved into, or still moving into, our dream home, our forever home, and it's just a whirlwind of blessings, and all it takes is to believe and to continue to share this product and be intentional, be determined, have that desire to help other people, because that's really what it's all about, is helping other people. And so I'll turn it over to the next cat.
Yay, I'm excited. Okay, so 4 years ago, I was not thriving. 4 years ago, I was a skeptic. I am Jennifer Zant from Waxahachie, Texas, and I wasn't interested in this product, and I was the one that thought Mauria was crazy and lost her marbles. I didn't want her to share this product with me. I was ignoring her phone calls just like Lori was. I was avoiding her at all costs. Matter of fact, she wanted me to send my hotel address so that she could send me a trial, and I kindly ignored her. But I did place my first order. This Saturday will be 4 years. And I smile when I say that, because before Thrive, I was that stubborn, skeptic, narrow-minded, wasn't even open to this product working for me. So basically, I prejudged it before I consumed it. And when I consumed it, magic happened. I started noticing the results that she was talking about. So maybe she wasn't crazy, maybe that was me. I am an only child, and I like things my way or the highway. It's always hard for me to admit when I'm wrong. Guys, Mauria Dillard was right. She nailed it on the head. This product is incredible. And what it's done for me, I mean, it's really hard to put into words, because a lot of my personal experience with this product is internal. Day 1, I started noticing some good, clean energy, and I was pretty floored by that. Day 2, I started noticing that I was actually sleeping good. And by day 7, I started noticing that I was a new woman. I was waking up feeling like $1 million, just like she told me that I would. And fast forward 4 years, I love this product, and I'm no longer negative, narrow-minded, or skeptical. I've learned a lot about myself through this business as well as this product. Confidence is the #1 thing, and that's something that I didn't have before this product. And I believe truly that this product has changed my life in many, many ways. A year into promoting, I was working for a prestigious allergist in Dallas, Texas, and I was able to come home and stay with my babies and be that stay-at-home mom. Fast forward 2 years into the business, my husband joined me on this journey as well, and now we get to do this together as a family. And in that same year, we were able to purchase our dream home that we had dreamed about for 9 years prior to the Thrive experience. And that's a whole nother story in itself. But this product has done incredible things for me, and I love these ladies that I'm getting to share this wonderful time with. Your girls are just like sisters to me. I love it. And Mauria Dillard, thank you so much for introducing this product to me. It's been a true blessing for me.
I love you. Aww. All right, I don't know where you are. Hey.
There I am. Okay, hi guys. My name is Jen Ellis. I'll get closer. There we go. I'm from Mansfield, Texas, and 4 years ago, I was not thriving. Not only was I not thriving, but I was miserable. Mauria had been sharing with me for probably about 2 months at this point, And it was probably this week exactly that we had what we call our famous heart-to-heart talk. I shouldn't have looked at you just now. Okay, so here's the thing. I was working in Dallas full-time, hour-plus commute. If there wasn't traffic, which there's always traffic, I was drowning, and I blamed everything going on with me. I was tired, I was grumpy, I had no energy left for my family. I blamed all that on situational factors simply because I could. It was true. Those things were killing me. Mauria was doing better. I saw these things happening for her. I saw that she was changing. She was becoming the mom she wanted to be. She was becoming the woman that she wanted to be. And all these things were happening. There were such positive things, but I really wasn't in the why not me mindset. I really thought I just had to keep my head above water and deal with what I was dealing with. So as she continued to share with me, I genuinely was happy for her. I wasn't a skeptic of the product. I genuinely believed it worked. I saw it working for a lot of the ladies here in this room. But when she did this little heart-to-heart talk with me, I listened. She said some things that was hard probably for her to say, hard for me to hear. I let it soak in, but did I order that day? No. I didn't. I actually waited until December 31st. And December 31st was my time, you guys. I mean, sometimes you just have to be patient with those you love and care about, because if you are and you continue to share and you love them where they're at, they will come around. And I'm just grateful I did. December 31st, I woke up that day. I reflected on the year. It was 2013 going into 2014. And I really thought about what I wanted to be different. You can't expect something to change if you don't change. And so it was time to quit blaming all the situational factors. And so I wanted to feel better. I wanted to be a better me. I wanted to have more time for my kids and actually be present for my kids. That was the problem. My husband and I, we just kind of coexisted at night, but we did not interact. We were tired. We were exhausted. Financially, we were struggling, lots of stresses, and I wanted that type of thing to be better. I also knew we needed a car for our daughter. And so I called Mauria and I said, you know what? I want to do this. I'm ready. And so when I placed that order on December 31st, I started sharing with other people right away because I believed in her. I believed that she would help me. I believed that she was passionate about this product. I believed that I had hope for myself. I did not have a store yet, but I was ready. I was just so ready for a change. And so ultimately it took about 9 days for my product to even arrive. But once I had this product in my body for 4 days, I knew something was different. Honestly, there was nothing different that day other than a smile on my face. But guess what? That smile was there for no reason. Nothing was different that day except that I felt different. Day 1, 2, and 3, I didn't really notice anything other than I love the simplicity. I needed this to be simple because I was busy. But day 4, having a smile on my face, that meant a lot. And that was just the beginning of so many things to come. Now, here it is, almost 4 years later. I did leave my full-time job after 7 months. I had the ability because other people trusted me and followed this journey as well, and their lives began to change. It blessed us abundantly to where I was able to ultimately leave my full-time job and pour into others. I felt like that passion that I had for this could really help a lot more people if I had more time freedom. So making that decision blessed me, it blessed my family, and it helped us to bless others. A little over a year ago, my husband joined me at home as well. 4 years ago, our kids were in high school, and now our daughter's in college. Our son will be joining next year. We had no clue how we would pay for their college. Now we know. Now we have a plan. Oh, you guys are like looking at me now. Now we know our future. And you guys, our future's with Le-vel, and it's with Le-vel 110%. 2.0 is coming, and I think about those of you that are still saying no, your timing's not right. Guess what? Your timing could not be better, because coming in January, which 4 years ago was when my life started this change, this is your time to change. This is your time to say yes. So those of you that aren't thriving yet, do it. Just make it happen. Just say yes. You have nothing to lose. Those of you that are doing this, but you're not really going all in with sharing it with others yet, I'm telling you guys, this life is something we love. We love what we do. And so thank you, Mauria. You guys should see this beautiful Christmas out home. It's amazing. And it's just joyful to be here, you guys. The joy in our hearts is something that You can't fake it. It's just real. And we love what we're doing, and we're just excited that you guys are joining us on this video tonight. So I don't know how you want to
All
close
right,
this.
yeah, I'll close it out. Guys, thank you so much for hanging in here with us tonight. I can't wait to hear all these comments. It's a good thing I thrive because I've been holding this phone for like 45 minutes. No, but seriously, y'all, I mean, obviously we love what we do. So those of you that accidentally got a hold of this video and your friend that's a thriver is driving you nuts, why not just send them a message and just say, hey, I think I'm ready to experience this. If anything, I'll prove you wrong. And if anything else, maybe it'll work for me and do for me what it's done for you. Guys, we love what we do. There's nothing like the Thrive experience, but I'll add a little more to that. Thrive isn't something you want to do alone. You want to thrive with your friends. A husband and wife thriving together is incredible. A family thriving together and thriving with the people that you love really makes it special. So thank you guys so much for taking the time to get on here. And I'll let everybody say goodbye. Bye.